DJ LeRoy.
NightWatchman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm well, man. It's the middle of the summer. Things are happening in Harlem, and just having fun with it, enjoying it.
Well, I understand that you were hanging out at Uptown Night Market last week. Is that true?
That is correct. It was on and popping. Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, you know what, NightWatchman, it's been a little while since we've actually had a discussion about, let's say, the particular, let's say, narratives of small businesses in Harlem, especially as it relates to CBD, hemp. I know we've had cannabis, but I really want to know a little bit more. What about you?
Well, as it turns out, we had an opening in Harlem last week.
No.
Hempsville Harlem. They are. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
So they're going to talk to us about their journey?
They're going to talk to us about their journey. And
all right.
In the second half of the show, we're going to have a special investigative report on what's going on in the cannabis industry in New York. But we're going to start with the Harlem Excellence because that's what we do.
Thank you, Black Mike Wallace. Thank you. I got you.
Mike Wallace was not about the Harlem Excellence. So.
Okay. Well, NightWatchman, bring him out. Let's see.
All right. So first, let's talk to Larry and Antoinette Redick, who are the proprietors of the brand new Hempsville Harlem, located on Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard between 139th and 140th, right in the heart of Harlem.
Oh, welcome. My Lord. Welcome.
Yep.
Sure.
Guys, thank you.
And because their business is vertically integrated, we're also going to introduce their partner, Shaun, who hails from New York but lives in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes. Hold it. NightWatchman, you tell me that there are actually Black folk who know how to grow?
I'm telling you,
grow very well. Grow very
right. Again with the excellence. Yeah. But and we're joking, but we're also serious because we've been talking about cannabis and hemp, and we're going to have them explain what differences are and how their business is different from a lot of the businesses that are starting up. But the one thing that is the common denominator is that creativity that we can bring to the table when we decide that there's something that we want to go in and do. And so they've got the creativity, they got the imagination, and they've been making things happen. And so let's start with Larry and Antoinette and
yes.
Tell us a little bit about your journey in terms of Hempsville Harlem.
So
yes,
Hempsville Harlem started, I guess, about 3 years ago. I met Shaun through a mutual friend, and he explained to me some of the things that he wanted to do as far as hemp and CBD, and we kind of moved forward from that. I shared that information with my wife, and then her creative expertise. She took that and turned that into what we have now, which is Hempsville Harlem.
I saw that there was so much things that you could do with him. During COVID was like a great time for us to start doing some outside research. And I saw so many things that you could do with hemp and all the beneficial products that can be made from that plant. So I started doing a lot of research and just came up with a lot of different ideas and just wanted to produce good quality products for everyone.
Wow. Antoinette, please do tell me now, because I'm looking at Larry, I'm looking at you and whatnot. Is that hemp clothing that you're wearing?
The clothing itself, no.
Oh, okay, not yet.
No,
not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Yes. We're looking into that too. we're looking into a lot of textiles that use for paper, tote bags,
clothing,
yeah.
Everything. I just want to say that the way we grow, and Shaun could speak to that a little bit better than I can. We grow indoor.
Got you.
Because we grow indoor, our mass is smaller than those that go outdoor. So we would have to expand what we're doing in order to put it into clothing and other things like that. But for sure, we're interested in doing that in the future. Like I said, Shaun will be able to speak to that a little better than I will. But that's absolutely an idea that we have moving forward.
And you know what, NightWatchman? Whenever I see a company that has merch, I get excited. So yeah, so definitely. Okay, so Shaun,
Yes.
tell us, the expert in terms of grow. What attracted you also to the business in terms of even going into that direction? You shy kid from Harlem, man. Do tell.
Well, I'm not from Harlem.
Oh.
I'm from Queens, but I'm honorary.
Oh.
I'm honorary Harlem. Honorary Harlem.
Got you.
What got me started? Honestly, I want to smoke for free. That's how I started. And then, once I dove into the plant and really understood and learned the plant, it's a miracle plant. I'm in love with this plant. It's not it's cannabis in general, but it's not the THC part. It's not the get high part. It's the medicinal part of what this plant really does. I mean,
right.
Your body has cannabinoid receptors, and it's the only plant that creates cannabinoids. That right there sold me. And the plant literally is a miracle plant. There's nothing I can say negative about the plant. I just love it.
And of course, we certainly do know about the difference in terms of, let's say, cannabis, THC, extraction, the whole thing, and what really drove you to, let's say, CBD, and really those particular benefits that people, let's say, they hear about it, but they're not really sure. So what really drove you to get more involved in terms of studying that bad boy?
Well, I've seen it work. I actually seen what the plant does for you. Like I have my mother's 90 years old.
Wow.
She wouldn't need a shoulder surgery. She uses my body butter and she swears by it. She'd rather use that than take the injection shot.
Wow.
The pain just for me when I use it on my joints, it's almost immediate and it's no chemicals. It's 100% all natural. I just fell in love. I mean, it's just who doesn't want anything all natural? And be honest with you, with this on the smoking side, with pesticides and chemicals in this, I wanted to make sure everything was clean. I want to know what's going in my body. Right. That's why I grow the way I grow, because I know it's nothing in it other than organic. Nothing in it, no chemicals. We don't use no pathogens, no pesticides, no outside anything, no fertilizer other than all natural. We grow in deep water culture. We don't do no dirt, all water.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. That answers the question, but
no, that's it. That's absolutely it. And what I got to know now, Larry, we have known each other in the community for like years, for sure, right?
Absolutely.
So now, tell me about a 3-year journey in terms of actually coming to this realization. Tell me about that. When did the thing just click and you say, "Yo, Antoinette, we got to do this"?
So my journey started. I went down south, and I actually met with Shaun. Like I said, I was introduced to him through someone else. I went into the warehouse. I saw what Shaun was doing. I come from a construction background, so familiar with how things should be built. And I realized that Shaun did not come from a construction background. and right, so I'm a licensed electrician by trade. And Shaun, basically, because we're doing everything indoors, everything is electrical, right? Lighting, the pumps, the chillers, you name it, the air conditioning, everything that we do is derived from electricity. So I was able to take my expertise in the electrical trade and apply that to what Shaun had already established. And it kind of worked. It worked out really well for both of us. We were able to not only expand from what he originally had, but actually 4 times where we are now, ready to actually move out of the space that we have into a larger space. That being said, during that journey, Shaun and I spoke about the plan and spoke about more and more about what the plan actually was and what it did for the body. And that from that point, I was hooked. So then we just started to more and more talk about products and what those actual products do for the human body. Like Shaun said, the cannabinoids, but there's so many different things that it actually attacks. I'm an avid rider, so I ride my bicycle often.
Nice.
My knees, when you get on the age or whatever, it's bother you. So I started to use product water on my knees.
Wow.
And then I started to realize that not only my knees, but my lower back and different parts of my body, it actually soothed the body.
Nice.
It actually made me sleep better in the evening. So that part just initially started just from the body butter. And then we started to get more and more into different products. And the journey basically goes, once I met Shaun, understand the plant, how could we pass that knowledge on to the community, right? Whole, and not necessarily any one community, as many communities that we can touch is basically where we started to think. And then the different products, because everyone does things differently, Here at Hempsville Harlem, we have about 12 different products that we sell right now.
Wow.
All beneficial in different ways. We have a bath bomb, which, the creativity of Antoinette, different flavors, different scents. That we use, that we actually put in the bath bomb, is the main ingredients. That is when you take a bath, you get out the bath, you immediately know, okay, this is different. I feel different. Like I said, we have a few different products, massage oils, a shower gel that we've been using quite often in the shower. So it's a whole experience. And we feel good. We really feel good about, like I said, I wanted to really express the importance of the plant, right? So good, but none of the products are what they are without that plant. And the way Shaun grows that plant, the cleanliness of the plant itself. When we put that into the product, it explodes, it ignites the product itself. And like I said, I'm saying I'm kind of repeating myself, but my wife's creativity with the products are out of this world.
Antoinette, what's your favorite product?
I have to say it's the bath bomb.
Nice.
Only because I don't have too many aches and pains because I'm a little younger than the other guy.
Whoa, cut out.
to give a testimony of the aches and pains too much, but I can tell you about the whole spa experience and how your skin feels. I was using the bath bombs at least maybe 2 times a week, especially during the winter time, because it's the best thing at night with a hot bath. Get in the tub, drop the bomb, and it explodes, and it is luxuriating. I mean, skin feels silky smooth, scent, and I just close the door, and I'm just like in a different place. So I think that every person, and men and women, because there's different scents, and I'm trying to break a lot of the different stereotypes and different myths about what who can use what. So I'm trying to promote men to get in that bathtub and to use the bath bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Not all floral scents. There's all kinds of scents that would be appealing to guys. And just overall, I'm trying to educate the community about CBD itself and to take away a lot of the stereotypes and the myths and especially the older generation. My parents are like, they see weed and they're like, no,
Right. Yes.
no, and they didn't even want to try it. Like they're like,
Mhm.
no, it's like so like almost taboo. And
Right.
I'm Jamaican, and they should know a little bit more about the plant,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to convince them, and slowly but surely they've come around. So
Beautiful.
so mainly with they I guess they felt safer with products. So
Mm-hmm.
that okay, they're not really ingesting it too much with smoke or anything like that. But eventually she did. My mother is taking the tincture and love.
Mm-hmm.
She used the tincture internally. She used it
Mm-hmm.
on her face and
Mm.
using it on her scalp. So
Wow.
there's so many different benefits with it. So I'm very passionate about what we're doing. And like I said, it does. We're set apart because you can buy a bath bomb. You can buy bath salts without CBD in it, but that CBD is the key because that is the main factor that is going to give you that extra benefit and the just especially for the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So many good things that your skin is almost like repaired and regenerated with the CBD factor.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know what? I'm thinking now, back in the day, and Night Watchman, you remember this when we were having some of the early conversations at the what was that, Harlem Business Alliance? How,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the big pushback, was literally coming from the black religious community in terms of the use. So do tell, I mean, especially with you down there, man, in North Carolina, Shaun, you have to tell me what has the pushback been in terms of that you faced.
In the beginning, it was bad. It was bad. It was definitely, they were everybody was against it, but they actually just passed the law to make it completely legal. No more going back to bills for North Carolina to grow hemp. So
Mm,
that went through last month. Actually, it just
nice,
went.
nice, beautiful,
But they're talking about going full legal with all cannabis now in North Carolina
perfect.
and South Carolina. They're turning around. So the stigma is not as bad as it used to be,
Yes,
especially if everybody's learning the benefits of this plant. It's the benefits are incredible. I mean, it
excellent,
really is. But I
excellent.
will say, anybody who's growing in the East Coast is having issues with the climate. That's why how we
Mm.
grow with the indoor is
So,
surpassing everybody else's.
Shaun, expand on that. Tell me about in terms of the issue with the
Uh,
climate. Tell me.
well, the plant itself is a finicky plant. It's a
Okay.
labor intensive crop. It's not really. It needs to be at a specific temperature, specific humidity
Mm.
that this climate doesn't have in the East Coast.
Gotcha.
The West Coast, like California, that's why it winds like that. It's a dry climate.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But the only way for people to really succeed and get high quality on this East Coast is to do it the way I do it, indoors.
Mm.
And I am a master at what I do. Just so
Uh, and, and, and tell me, Shaun, in terms of let's say, knowing that it is quote unquote the urban environment, the vertical integration, how much square footage are you working with? About?
right now we're at 5,000 square feet.
Ooh, ooh, nice.
We done blew this place out. We need about another 10,000 for our next ventures, but we done maxed this place out. We need more space, but we what we do in our square footage can do in 5,000 square feet. I can do what someone does in around 4 or 5 acres. I can go
Wow.
all year round. It's not 1 year. It's not a 1 year crop or 2 year crop. I
Uh
literally
huh.
harvest every month.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
the benefits of growing indoor, and I don't deal with any bugs. I don't deal with any any issues. I control my temperature, I control my CO2, I control my humidity, I control the airflow. You know, we literally have a sterile environment. You can't get that outside.
Nice.
In California or the East Coast. You can't get that inside. That's why indoor grows are so much, it's better quality, it costs more, everything costs more that's grown indoors. And what we're giving you is top quality CBD, indoor hemp in our products. It's not grown outside where it's mold and there's probably bugs in the buds. We don't have any of those.
Wow. Well, and so Shaun, one other thing in terms of, let's say, energy uses, have you noticed a significant spike?
Well, yeah, right. We're still on the grid right now, but with
Mm-hmm.
my partner Larry, we've definitely been talking about going solar and getting off the grid. But we do have a hefty electric bill.
You hear that, NightWatchman? So you better think about your grow room. You better think about that,
okay? Well, first of all, when it gets to the point where I'm trying to do anything volume wise, I'm going to come to these guys and find out how to do it right. Okay.
Well, actually, I would love to teach you, man. I would love to teach you.
Well, the other thing, and I'll say this also for you, Shaun. I will talk with you later on, but there's going to be an opportunity here in New York. They've approved home grow for both medical and adult use. Now we're still a ways away. They haven't rolled out the regulations, but there's going to be a need for people to understand how to actually do it. So I'll say right now we can talk about how we can put together something to actually educate people on how to do that process, and I think that's another benefit of your expertise that can definitely be turned into a source of revenue. So
it's definitely on our game plan. Actually, that's part of being Larry's business plan. We want a compound. I want to have a section just to teach. It's not just growing cannabis. We can literally grow anything. And how we can. It's not just cannabis. You can grow fruits, vegetables, you name it.
Beautiful. Well, I have a little question. So let's say we're going through the regulations, FDA, everybody's going to want to get a piece. Having said that, in terms of legacy stuff, will the legacy market still be viable and around? Anybody weigh in on that?
I believe so. The legacy market is basically for us is what we make it. I think that more for us, we want to teach, right? From our past and our parents, we realized that most people were using it just to party. And getting caught up in that triangle, I think kind of pigeonholed us to a point where we couldn't expand and couldn't use our expertise as far as even businesses are concerned to grow. And I think that moving forward, like right now, I have my daughter involved, I have my son involved. So the expansion should be family.
Right.
That's what we're supporting more than anything else, so that it's continuing from generation to generation. And like I said, I'm really want to reiterate to staying away from the party kind of thing. I think the health benefits outweigh the partying. Everyone wants to party. We all want to have a good time. But if we're really going to extend this thing any further, I believe we need to bring the culture in. I think we are an example of how we can start from the plant and take it to market, right? Here, seed to sale, and I think we are an example of seed to sale.
Absolutely.
And because of Antoinette, that is a thing for us, and we need to show others in our community that this is possible. And I think that's how I see the legacy part of what we're trying to do.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know what? And Larry, I absolutely get it in terms of, so much thing when we talk about adult use, we're thinking about, okay, people are going to get high, party, stuff like that. But you know what? I will say there is a space for that as well. Because last time I checked, ain't nobody token up or whatever and going out there robbing and shooting and stealing.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Well, and the other thing, and I was talking to Larry about this the other day. A lot of people, before COVID, the number one killer in America was prescription painkillers.
Yes.
Opioids, fentanyl, and OxyContin had been the number one killers in this country. And think about that. It's supposed to be a painkiller, but it kills everything.
Exactly.
So what we've learned about cannabis, and we've been fortunate to have Dr. Stephen Robinson, who's the head of Society of Cannabis Clinicians, on the show. And he educated us to the fact that cannabis has been used for health purposes for over 5,000 years. It was used in this country up until the 1930s, when it was basically weaponized against people of color. So we're going back to that history and understanding, but we didn't understand until the 70s when they discovered that we had this endocannabinoid system, that we literally have a system inside our body that takes the active ingredients in the plant and it distributes it to all throughout your body. And that's why it works so well on so many different things, because it has this built-in distribution system. So I feel like over the next few years, we're going to have more and more understanding about what this plant is really about. I think, Antoinette, you hit on something that I think older people, once they get by the stigma, are going to realize that this is one of the best benefits. And it's not addictive the way these opioid painkillers on, and it works. And then and I should say this: we are not prescribing any medicine or making any health claims, but what we are doing is talking about the experiences that we know people have had, and that's certainly FDA compliant, as are you guys, right? So I mean, we want to underscore that your product is not only clean, you're licensed to grow it in Charlotte, you're licensed to sell it here in New York, you're FDA compliant, and you're open and ready to do business right here in Harlem. So I want to make sure that people have some information on where they can go check you out. Hempsvilleharlem.com, on Instagram at Hempsville Harlem, and Twitter at Hempsville Harlem. So we're going to wrap up. So I want to give you guys some final thoughts you want to share about what you're doing and where things are going.
Yes.
Ladies first.
I would really come down and visit us at the store so you could see everything firsthand. Everything is handcrafted, and it's the perfect place to treat yourself or also treat someone else. It's a perfect place to buy custom gifts. We do gift baskets. We do all kinds of things for one of a kind. So you know that you're giving someone else a one of a kind gift that no one else has. And I take my time and I just put my all into the product. So come down and check it out.
And Antoinette, give me that exact address.
2384 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard in Harlem, 139th 7th Avenue.
Excellent.
There you go.
All right, Larry.
More to come. This is just the beginning for us. The exposure, the products, what we're doing here, what we're doing in North Carolina. We want to expand. So please come see what we're doing. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, IG. Everything will be in there. Let's keep going, guys.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Shaun, you got the last word.
Well, Larry Antoinette kind of set it up. More to come. I mean, it's not just going to be Hempsville Harlem. You know, our product line is Hempsville Essentials. You can go to hempsvilleessentials.com to see our product line. It's not just going to be going to have Hempsville, North Carolina, Hempsville, Atlanta, Hempsville, Queens. You know, I got to represent Queens. So
absolutely.
But,
That's it.
Yeah, this is phase one. We really have a lot more to show you guys, and I'm glad you guys are seeing us and tuned in, and look forward for more.
And you know what? A party question, Shaun. Do tell me that there are other Black farmers other than you, or growers other than you.
Well, they are.
Okay.
I have a few people under my, I would say under my wing that I'm teaching my style of grow, and they're killing it.
Nice.
I mean, it's not a lot of us in North Carolina, just for the record. I was number 5 to get my license.
Congrats, brother.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
okay.
But we need more of us. We need more, and we need to start a team. I would love to create a coalition, and I'm gonna be part of Black farmers. Let's keep this going and go even further, not just in North Carolina, but nationwide.
Excellent. All right, NightWatchman, take us home.
As I said, there's more to come. So we encourage everybody to go down to that location, go try the products. We heard Antoinette, what she likes. She likes the bath bomb. I believe Larry likes the body butter. But they've got tea. They didn't even mention that they have infused olive oil. So, you can go there and try some things. That's all I'm saying. So
my wife's favorite thing is the tea. She can't leave that out. She wants to talk about the tea. So my wife loves the tea. You got to try it out. It relaxes you. You're not high, but you will be relaxed.
Nice. Well, I already told you that my wife is a definite fan of CBD. So, guys, we will be seeing you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
So, thanks for joining us on Soul Lounge Primetime.